There are times in our life, in fact, sometimes the biggest changes are just like snap, and it was something you didn't see coming. Something came out of the blue, something that couldn't have been changed or manipulated. And that can be a blessing sometimes. You know, it can be a grace from the universe, a grace from God, if you will. But when I talk about the tension and I use the rubber band as the thing that was kind of inspired, the little download I got, that is when we are consciously working on expanding ourselves, like expanding consciousness, that we're wanting to grow and develop and become the best version of ourselves. When that's true, there is effort. We are on a conscious journey of self-exploration, and there is that tension. A lot of people, when they get involved in new levels of consciousness or metaphysics, they'll kind of become like a little junkie at it and go to every class and everything they can, read every book. I was like that in the beginning years ago. But I now realize I don't think that's the best way to overdo, because you have to have that time of integrating what you're studying, what you're learning. So that's why I think the rubber band theory makes perfect sense for me, that you've got to have that time to release from that expansion, to integrate the things that have come into your consciousness. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. It does to me, but it doesn't mean that that's the only way you get change. So there's a slight difference here when we're talking about conscious growth versus how change can just drop into your life, for better or for worse. And that's life. Life is that way because we're humans here in this 3D reality still. But most of us that watch channels like mine are wanting to become more self-actualized and expand your consciousness. And I really believe, I learned years ago, like when Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. The Aramaic translation for the word heaven means expansion. So that makes perfect sense. I hope you guys can hear these birds.